Hey, Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization Minecraft. Now, where we left off, we had kind of decided that we were going to go in the direction of a science victory, and I think things are going relatively okay when it comes to that directionality. We've got industrial zones finishing, we've got a bunch of stuff coming along. There's kind of a couple of things. I would like to get Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci, if I could get him, and also get the mausoleum, that would be 6 culture per industrial zone, which seems rather good. I need to start thinking about how I'm going to kill Akkad. Once I have the dam, once I have the university, I'm probably going to go for like trebuchets and see if we can't do some sort of trebuchet, maybe bombard push to take this city. I think that would be a worthwhile expenditure of resources. That may even... Yeah, I think that would be worthwhile. I don't know if do I want to kill Bandar Brunei? It's not a bad city, but maybe I don't want to take it. Maybe it's better if I keep that one. But Akkad is just not very useful. I don't know if I want to settle any more of the desert over here. I think I'm quite happy with how things are. If there was maybe like a luxury over here that I really wanted, but all there is this like delicious copper, and I don't care too much about that. So we finished a trader in the capital, and ideally I would love to get a little bit more food in here, but we're already making pretty good food. So I think what I'm going to do is move this trader to Redstonia to hopefully try to build that city up a little bit sooner so we can get things like our commercial hub in there and get a few more trade routes. Now, in terms of Beacon Town, we've basically built everything that we need to build. So we could get ourselves a couple of builders to expand our empire. We could do a campus research grant. We could build an iron golem for Erascore. I mean, that doesn't seem like a bad move. In terms of great scientists that are available right now, I mean, the great scientists that are available don't seem particularly amazing. I do think the main thing I want in here is growth. I don't really have a way to get extra growth in here. So I think it would be fairly efficient for me to crack out just a couple of 2-charge builders while we work on things. Oh, I thought this was a hill. Now I kind of regret chopping it. That's okay. Let's start getting those fisheries online in Boomtown. So we just finished unlocking buttresses, so I'm going to come into Beacon Town. I'll cancel that builder that I started, and I will go ahead and get started on the dam. This will hurt the food growth of this city, which sucks a little bit, but we shouldn't be waiting too long to get to 10 pop to pop down the industrial zone. Right, we got the Granary and Desert Temple. We could really use a builder over here. But that's what the capital's probably going to do. In fact, I don't need the dam to be done yet, so I may as well crack out a few builders to send over to other cities so that they can focus on their own internal infrastructure. Even Champion City probably won't be building a builder after I finish this builder. In fact, I could probably cancel this now because he's only put 1 turn into it and instead start building important infrastructure like dropping that campus there. And since science is my main yield this game, I will be building the campus first and hopefully importing builders from other locations. So now if I trade with Beacon Town, I will get 4 food and 3 production, which seems like a pretty damn good result. 4 food, 3 production is like being able to work an extra high food tile, which will allow the city to grow, and I'll be able to place down the commercial hub very soon. There's our first fishery. That is a 3 food, 2 production, 1 gold tile, which is very, very respectable. I may as well put a couple of farms down to make some of these tiles a little bit more workable as well. Let's make a deal with Scotland. I'd like to get open borders. Thank you, good sir. This is just so I can continue to explore. The more the world that I know and understand, the better for me, really. So I should be getting open borders with as many people as I can, because partially because it improves our relationship, but partially it just opens up my ability to explore the world a little bit. So that's why I'm happy to do it. Looks like Madrid is getting killed over here. So Spain is having a bad time. There was a little gentle eruption over here, so we will have to continue to rebuild this. I think this might be a rare case where popping a farm down on this tile might be really good, so that it becomes a 3 food, 1 2 production tile, because that'll just help the city grow to that 10 population milestone just that little bit quicker. Now, in terms of envoys, I do not have the double envoy card plugged in, so I'm going to hold off on spending envoys. So the city of Redstonia just finished its industrial zone. We could go for the smoker, we could go for the blast furnace. Let me have a look here. So this would give me bonus food equal to the adjacency bonus. This would consume coal. I am making 3 coal per turn. This is only 2 adjacency right now. Is it more important for me to get food or production? I would say that production is more important, so maybe the blast furnace would be better. Yeah, I'm going to build the blast furnace and then the workshop. I will go ahead and place the commercial hub to lock in its cheap price, but I think I want to get the production in this city up. The next governor, I think it would probably be Reina, and I'll put Reina into the city of Crown Mesa. The reason I'm going to go for Reina is because she gives you double adjacency bonus from commercial hubs and harbours, and this is a +5 harbour, so that'll scale really nicely for my empire. Major drought down here, that's fine. We did just finish military training, giving us access to the primary power strength. The friendly melee anti-cavalry and warrior monk units. Near 3 tiles get +7 combat strength when attacking. Very cool abilities. We did just finish the beacon in Crown Mesa. I think the obvious thing to go for is haste, so we will go for haste. Now you can't purchase those, they have to be hard built, so I will hard build it because that's +1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential production there, which is a big deal. I've got 2 envoys in the bank. I could maybe squeak past suzerainty of Chinguetti, which would give me a nice boost to my faith income and also get me +2 era score, as well as quite a bit of knowledge about their local area. I definitely need to get a builder. I was always going to say villager. A villager. A villager. I need to get a builder down here to Competitors Village to get this all built up. While I do have the industrial zone finished, the adjacency isn't very high, so I'm just going to go ahead and work on the workshop because I want those engineering points more than anything. I will build 1 more builder, then I'll get to work on the dam, and then by the time the dam is finished, the city should hit 10 population, which should allow me to place the industrial zone, and thus everything is starting to sync up in a very nice and symmetrical, beautiful way. Right, we have just unlocked the university, which is +4 science per turn per city that has a campus, so we are going to want to build that pretty soon, especially for those great scientist points that would add up quite quickly. Now, the University of Sancor does need to be adjacent to a campus owned by the city. It must be built on desert or desert hill, so there might be a place we could build this. No, it doesn't look like it actually. So yeah, we might skip the University of Sancor. I mean, it's a pretty decent wonder, but I don't think it's completely necessary for us to build at this particular game. So with education, we're going to head towards military engineering as the potential to attack Akkad is on the cards. So we're just about to finish the blast furnace. We got +4 era score for that, which also, lined up with the completion of construction. The workshop is getting finished here in Redstonia, which is fantastic. It'll be 5 turns until that's completed. We got the campus over here in Champion City. Let's grab ourselves the enchanting table, and we'll also potentially go for the university here to make sure that we get an increase in our productivity with regards to science. Angkor Wat has been built by another player, and we finally get to play around with the World Congress. No, it looks like it was just an emergency. Never mind. We're going to go ahead and pop a little mine down there, and I would like to get a quarry on this tile as well next turn. And another builder has entered the water. You go there, get that cobblestone generator repaired, and I think we're going to harvest this, overflow that into an enchanting table, and then we'll put a camp down there. And the reason is, it's just harvesting resources is just incredibly time efficient in terms of action points. Now, if I were to go aqueduct, 1, 2, 3, here, if I go aqueduct here, industrial zone here, and then commercial hub here, that feels like a good configuration. So we're going to need a little bit of growth in here to eventually get to that trader, but that's fine. Let's make sure we get those universities up. That's going to be an important part of the plan. Looks like some city-states have been killed, which is a little unfortunate. Nothing we can really do about that. I mean, it is just what it is. It is what it is. It do be what it do be. Right, finally, cobblestone generator repaired. Look at that, 4 food, 7 production tile. That is a beautiful, beautiful tile. Let's get that quarry online at long last. Looks like he wants to buy my furs. I would rather shop around and see who would buy my furs at maybe a potentially higher price. We got the enchanting table in here. We can place another district. It might be good to place a commercial hub right there. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Let's go straight for the university. Let's keep productivity flowing in here. Mausoleum at Halicarnassus has been finished. This is going to give us +1 science, +1 faith, and +1 culture on all coastal tiles for this city. Great engineers have an additional charge and must be built adjacent to a harbour district. So this is a beautiful, beautiful wonder because it's going to give our engineers double charges, which is going to scale really nicely for any sort of science victory. We have also finished military engineering, giving us access to the trebuchet if we want to pre-build for a kill on Akkad. I probably will pre-build. Let me have a little bit of a think about how I'm going to plan the attack on Akkad. I'm thinking we've got a hill right here. And what is this? This is a grassland hill. What is this? This is a hill. So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4 trebuchets. So how fast can you build a trebuchet? If it's less than 10 turns, we'll get started on it. 15 turns feels like a very long time to get a trebuchet. So you're going to work on something else. You're going to work on a industrial zone instead. And we'll have to get production in there another way. So we would like to head in the direction of metal casting, but before we do that, we are going to have to pick up machinery. And in order to pick up machinery, it's probably good that we finally upgrade these guys into being archers with the gold that we have lying around. Where did I leave you? You are left up here. And so that will be the boost for machinery. And then if we upgrade 2 guys into crossbowmen, that will be the boost for metal casting, which will lead us to the bombard. We just have to make sure we have enough niter. We need about 80 niter by the time that rolls around. That should be fine. We should be able to achieve if not that, roughly that. All right, let's go ahead and do a chop in here. That will immediately finish the workshop. We'll overflow that into a one-turn campus finish, and we will continue to explore with our little scouts down here. Oh, we found silk with the little spider on it. Isn't that amazing? We did get a major flood in this city, but it didn't actually damage any tiles, which is great. We finished ironworking, giving us access to the jump boost ability. Friendly units near 3 tiles can jump 2 tiles and gain faster movement in hill terrain. It gives +1 culture as well as the Jebel Barkal. I don't know if we're going to build the Jebel Barkal, but it's definitely something that we can consider. We also have access to the swordsman. So, workshop finished in Redstonia. I think we go for the university and then this. However, it might be good for me to get a pair of trebuchets in here, and then I'll also go to my capital and get a pair of trebuchets. And then we will need some kind of melee unit. Maybe you could get me a iron golem. And that'll be the military adventure that we get done. Right, let's go ahead and improve this plantation, getting us access to another luxury. Anyone want to buy my luxuries? Oh, yes, they do. How about purchasing luxuries? Absolutely, I'll take those. I think I'll sell off my iron and my horses if anyone is willing to buy those. I'm happy to sell them off. And yeah, otherwise I think things are coming along nicely. I'll build a quarry there because it's a 2 food, 5 production, 1 science tile, which is a very, very effective, efficient and beautiful tile. First city has hit 10 population in my civilization, which was my capital city, which means I'm going to come in here, I'm going to place the industrial zone just to lock in its price. We're not actually going to build it just yet, but its price will be locked in, so it won't get more expensive as the game goes on. I'm gonna chop my way through the day. Could we maybe... do we want to chop out trebuchets? It's not the worst move in the world. First crossbowman, and then we will take ourselves a second crossbowman. That's metal casting boosted as we had planned. We finished the primary power haste in the city of Crown Mesa. The city is working relatively good tiles. I mean, if we take a little investigation, like these are all relatively well improved tiles. Maybe a lumber mill on this grassland would be appropriate. Let's go ahead and finally build the harbor in here. It's been a long time waiting. We'll pop a little mine on this tile. It's another +3 production tile for the city of Boomtown, which is fantastic. Fortify those crossbowmen, build a little camp. I do have a builder on his way in to do some chopping over here. Gilgamesh would like to reunite his friends. I'm happy to do that. And the technology stirrups has been researched, giving us our pastures +1 food. I don't think I actually went for many pastures this game. I think there's only the one pasture in my capital, really, that I have on the horses. I'm thinking if I could chop out another treb, I could save some construction time in these 2 cities rather than having to build those trebs, because I think 4 trebs should easily conquer this city. I don't need 4 trebs. I'm going for 4 trebs, right? That's the major difference there. Let's go ahead and chop here to finish that university in the city of Desert Temple. Then we will go ahead and overflow that production into a beautiful industrial zone. We want those great engineer points coming in as fast as possible. We're up to 4.6 great engineer points per turn, so we will get the next great engineer in 18 turns, which should be pretty good. We probably want to skip that great engineer and give it to whoever's coming behind me. Okay, a gentle eruption. I think this is in the capital. And first civic from a new era, so we get +1 era score. There is a potential here for a golden age, and would be a very nice golden age. We have finished unlocking exploration. We could take Merchant Republic. I do think Merchant Republic is an upgrade to our government because we can plug in the Republican legacy card, and we've got serfdom, we've got urban planning, we've got charismatic leader. I think we could plug in diplomatic league to finish off our things. We will also plug in conscription to save a little bit of cash. We'll do that. And then we could spend our envoys. I'll put an envoy in both of these. And then is there like a 1-turn civic we can do? We can do theology, get an envoy, spend that envoy, and then change our government. That is the plan. Ideally, I would be building all of these things. I do think that the intelligence agency is just far and away the best government thing if you're going for a science victory, so I will go for that. Do I want the intelligence agency or do I want the university first? I feel like the university is more important, so I will go for that, especially because it has those great scientist points per turn, and that's a pretty limited resource. Let's grab the university in here and start moving those trebuchets down to where they belong. Now, we finished the university in the city of Champion City. This city is going to grow incredibly quickly, so we don't need to rush the industrial zone. I'm going to go for the commercial hub to get the extra trade routes. I do like that the Iron Golem is just one huge it's just one huge man-at-arms. That's a really cute idea. I never knew I wanted a Minecraft 4X game until I played this mod, and now I need it. So let's use the overflow to finish an enchanting table from that trebuchet chop. I'm trying to remember, it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna be setting up a very, very casual arc of trebuchets around here. Theology has been finished. We grabbed ourselves the +1 envoy, so we're going to use that envoy. We're going to pop it into... Oh, actually, we don't really have a use for that. I guess I will pop it into you, Bandar Brunei. Why not? I'll come in here and I will pop out Diplomatic League, and I will instead plug in Merchant Confederation for that extra 14 gold per turn. Ooh, Natural Philosophy is kind of a hard not take, so I'm going to put that in at 17 science per turn. I'll confirm that. Let's go for Naval Tradition. That will get us another envoy. That'll be quite nice. And then we'll probably head to the Chancery to get that +3 influence per turn. So we finished the enchanting table, or rather, not finished the enchanting table. We're going to build the enchanting table there, is what I was trying to say. Or we're going to build a university. We finished the enchanting table. We're going to go for the university. Oh, sorry. In Redstonia, we should totally place a dam. And did I actually build? No, I haven't actually built the dam down there. So we've got a little bit of work to get around to doing. Something to be doing. So he wants to joint war the Robert the Bruce. Look at this guy's face. Listen, dude, I am never going to war with you by my side, okay? It's never going to happen. And then like cut to like some other series where I've done that exact thing. Let's go ahead and have ranged, you know. I'm thinking a little bit about, it would be kind of nice to get double great engineer points. So I'm just going to spunk all my diplomatic points into that to see if we can get that to pop off. Oh, double points towards great scientists. I mean, I can live with that. That's fine because I do believe, I do declare that I am doing pretty well on the great scientist point front. I'm actually up to 28 per turn. That is the power of getting the beacon, which gives you +1 great scientist points. I mean, this civilization is very clearly overpowered to hell and back. Let's go ahead and chop, 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 chop. Wait, is this a hill? It's not a hill, so we shouldn't chop. I'm being deceived by the haste module. Instead, I'm going to build a lumbre mill to keep the production nice and high in the city of Crown Mesa. We did just finish the first industrial zone with an adjacency bonus of 4 or higher, getting us a fat +3 error score, which is a very nice boost. That does, in fact, secure our golden age. In fact, I think we already had it secured. Boomtown has finished its industrial zone, which is excellent. Let's go ahead and get that workshop because we want that +1 engineer point per turn. We want those engineer points because we really want to dig and search for Leonardo DiCaprio, the man who gives you +3 culture per turn from your workshops. He's a he's a very saucy boy, the kind you bring home to mother. So how are we doing in terms of pacing? I mean, it's turn 121. In most speedruns, the game would already be over, but I would say we're doing relatively okay. I mean, if we look at the current situation, we did finish Naval Tradition, getting us another +1 envoy. In terms of science, we're like on par with the AI, right? 133 compared to the highest being 135 in terms of science victory ranking. Scotland has researched 32 technologies and we've researched 26, so we have a little bit of catching up to do. But I should generally make my way through the tech tree a little bit more efficiently than them. I am going to want to plug in now something a little bit different. I want to plug in the retinues card and the professional army card. So I will have those plugged in for now, while I wait to upgrade into bombards. We did finish the university in Redstonia. Let's go for the commercial hub. We have a market here. Do I want to go for Kilwa? I don't think this is really a Kilwa game. I haven't found any scientific city-states, so it doesn't seem particularly important to me. I do think we should get that industrial zone finished, because again, I want those points done, but man, I really want that intelligence agency, but I'm more than happy to delay the intelligence agency for other important infrastructure. I also really need to get some builders. A few of my cities could really use them, but I just super need to get these workshops online because it's an important milestone for my empire. Let's see. Oh yeah, I want to go get the fisheries over here in Boomtown. Let's be friends with Scotland. I'm happy to be friends with everyone on the map, and it's probably about time that I went and I had a look through and maybe recruited, because it looks like my happiness just fell down significantly, which means I think all of my trade deals ran out. I wish there was like a pop-up or some sort of thing here that was like, your trade deal ended. Oh yeah, new deal available. See, this kind of pop-up, but like I wish it was a little bit more, in your face. So boom, 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 boom. Get all those resources, sell off our existing resources. Who wants to buy some horses? Who wants to buy some iron? We'll sell those bad boys off. City state emergency. Let's go ahead and add that proposal. I don't really care too much, but I may as well. We finished the market over here in Champion City, which did get us an extra trader. I think I do want to get the industrial zone. I want to get to those workshops like I was talking about. And the reason I want the workshops is because I would really like to get Leonardo and get that 6 culture per turn per city. And the reason I'll get that 6 culture per turn per city is because when I get Leonardo, I have the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus. I'm going to vote no on this, even though I was the one that proposed it. I'm hoping that everyone else votes yes. And it looks like a bunch of people did vote yes, which means that Montezuma and Scotland are now at war with Spain, causing a little bit of chaos on the map for me. We did just finish unlocking Bombard, so let's go ahead and initiate the plan. Next turn, we'll declare war on Akkad, and we can start clearing this out and get control of this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful city. So I think the next step for me is to make my way towards industrialization and then finally chemistry. Now, chemistry does not require industrialization, but I do feel like industrialization is a good step on the way. I think we might go for the Oxford University. I think that would be a fun building to try and get because it is a 20% science boost in this city and awards to randomly free technologies when constructed, and that could be a nice boost to our science victory. I'm going to go ahead and get the market over here in Redstonia and continue to build fisheries. Really need builders. I think I'm willing to spend money on builders now. Let's go ahead and buy builders in Boomtown. It's the best place to spend my money. Let's get the workshop in the capital. Again, those great engineer points are extremely valuable, especially because, the medieval era ends in one turn, and we would like to... So Leonardo will potentially be next. I don't know if we need the smoker, do we? I mean, we already have all the districts that we need, essentially. I think we will put the commercial hub right there. That's totally fine. Let's go ahead and get the dam first to prevent flooding, and then we'll go for the aqueduct to start building up the potential for these industrial zones. Once the market is finished in here, I'm going to get myself the dam in Redstonia as well. This builder I will send around my empire. I think it would be good to get those foxes online. Let's keep on purchasing builders. We're probably going to just build maybe 4 or 5 builders from the city of Boomtown. We found some bad guys. Let's go ahead and run away. I need to get open borders with this guy. There's guilds, colonialism has been poo, banking. Let's check any purchases. I'll buy your salt. I'll sell my oranges. Let's talk to Ethiopia. We'll say, hey, how do you feel about open borders? You'll make me pay. Of course you will. We have just entered into a golden age. We could go for monumentality. That would mean I could purchase builders with faith, and I have like a little bit of faith knocking around. I don't think it's necessary. I really do think that monumentality is the best one here. This is just not a great era for a thingy doodle, but at the very least it gives me a use for this faith. I can buy a builder, I can get a trader. Particularly Crown Mesa could really use a trader, and so could the City of Desert Temple, I think. So we'll get a trader in there. Now, if we really wanted to, this would be a good time to expand because we have the Golden Age loyalty and we have the ability to grow these cities with internal trade routes. So do we want to try to expand into the tundra and the desert, or do I want to just stay at this relatively small empire size? Honestly, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities. This is what I would consider to be a like tall empire in Civ 6. So I'm actually pretty happy to just stay as we are. So I don't see a point in change. I don't see a point in expanding. I'm just not going to bother. It just seems like an awful lot of work for a very slow return. I'm going to go ahead and go for the workshop, and then I'll go for the aqueduct in here to maximize that adjacency. I'm going to promote Reina with the Harbour Master promotion. Did I in fact unlock the shipyard? I have not yet. Double checking I'm playing on deity. Do you ever get the sense that sometimes you're not playing on deity and you just like, you got to open up that menu and check? But I am in fact. Sometimes you get a little bit paranoid, you know? So we got a workshop over here in Beacon Town. Now I could go for the smoker and the blast furnace if I really wanted to keep growing these cities. I'll go for the intelligence agency first, and then I'll consider if I want production or food. I really do think it's going to be production. That's going to speed up how fast we do the space race projects over here. Now Boomtown has finished the harbours, finished the industrial zone. We're going to do something a little bit uncharacteristic and actually go for a theatre square in here to get that little bit of culture from that. That is a relatively high culture producing city. I want you to trade with Beacon Town for the 4 food and 4 production. I want you to trade with Beacon Town for the 4 food, 4 production. That'll help you grow and continue to develop your little imperial borders. We'll go ahead and get the camp on the furs. Apple bottom tiles with the fur. The fur, I forgot to attack a cad and change my government. Let's plug in retainers, and we'll plug in Republican Legacy. How long until retainers goes obsolete? I believe it goes obsolete at mass media. So it would be worth it for me to spend money to buy my cheapest unit in every single one of my cities to get a amenity. Now, that will be horsemen. So I'll get a horseman here, skadoosh. I will get a horseman here in Boomtown, skadoosh. Did I just buy a galley? I think I just bought a galley. I meant to buy a horseman. That'll be another +1 amenity. I'll buy insufficient horses. Okay, what's the next cheapest unit that I could buy? A Skur. Well, that's kind of like not a useful unit. I will buy an Iron Golem. So Iron Golem here. That'll bring us up to +6 amenities. And then I have Champion City. And then just Redstonia now needs a garrison. And I will buy a Iron Golem for here as well. Oh, they got the random upgrade. They got the mending promotion. Oh, that's actually a cool thing. I forgot about that. So the there's a special building in here called the Enchanting Table, which gives units a random ability, which is really, really cool. This guy got the mending, heals at the end of every turn, even if moving, attacking, but minus 10% experience from combat. That's a pretty cool ability. Let's go ahead and declare war on Akkad. I just totally forgot about this. Now, this is going to make other people kind of mad, but you know what I say when other people get angry? I say, stay mad, kid. Everyone's a little bit mad that I attacked Akkad. That's fine. They can be mad. Like I said, stay mad, kid. It's my city. I'll take it next turn. Probably could have done it with just 2 bombards, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, do I want to build a campus? I think we wait until Akkad has been captured before we really start to do anything else in here. We may as well go ahead and just grab ourselves a quick little builder. We got the workshop over here in Desert Temple. Let's get that aqueduct for the adjacency. Put a potential cobblestone generator in the capital. That's 8 production right there. That's a juicy, juicy tile. Yeah, you've done what you can do. I definitely need a builder over in Champion City. I'm wondering, can I faith purchase a builder there? Yeah, I can. Perfect. So this city just needs these tiles to be generally improved. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that farm. I think that was a mistake. We can get a couple of cobblestone generators here. I'm going to be going for internals or potentially even externals, but I think internals will be the play eventually. I think Boomtown could probably use an internal trade route. That's fine. You are heading over here to do some cobblestone stuff. Let's blast that city, take it on. We've captured Akkad. We will be keeping the city. People are going to be a little bit mad about that. Again, not my circus, not my problem. Let's go ahead and drop the Harbor District. That's perfect. We'll go ahead and repair the granary. This city will take a little bit of time to get its loyalty back up, and we'll have to retool the land. But generally, we've expanded our empire. This was the plan from early on in the game, and I would think it was a pretty natural expansion here to take Akkad. And hopefully this kind of shows you guys how to do like limited warfare with opportunities. Like if you spot an opportunity for an easy war to take a city-state, there's no reason not to. I very rarely do it just because I prefer to keep the city-states around. But you know, I'm not unwilling to do it if I think it'll serve as a good example for the viewer. We did finish the theater square over here in Boomtown. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves the amphitheater, and we are sending envoys all about the world. 1, 2, 3 to Wolan. I want to get control of Wolan. Keep Wolan, 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 Wolan. Keep Wolan, Wolan, Wolan. I'm going to take grants on Pingala to get those extra Great People points, and that way we're 1 point away from Space Initiative because we are going for a space victory, a science victory. I'm kind of excited at the potential of like how they might change up how victory conditions work in the next Civilization game. I definitely feel like the major criticism of victories in Civilization 6 and most Civ games is that you know what victory type you're going for on turn 1, and that dictates your entire game plan from turn 1 to turn 250. So I think it would be a little bit more interesting if like they're kind of like how humankind does things, if there was like some other way of winning. Maybe there was like the way I think about it is, imagine if there was like a win condition for every era. Like the person that settles the most cities in the classical era gets a victory points. The person who are in the ancient era who, I don't know, researches, the first person to research all the technologies in the ancient era, they get a victory point. The person who conquers an enemy capital or 3 city-states in the classical era, they get a victory point. The person who does XYZ in the medieval era, they get a victory point. And that way, like, and then in the late game, it's like, if you launch a space project, that's worth a victory point, rather than being like, I ignore basically a huge chunk of the game and I rush all the way to the victory condition. It would be cool if you could accumulate victory points based on earlier actions. Yeah, I don't know. And then probably implement like a couple of small catch-up mechanics and stuff like that. That would be kind of my thought. But anyway, that's just me spitballing about potential here. I love you all very much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.